So Alan, a 1-0 win in the FA Cup took 180 minutes, but the lads did the job today.
They did. They made hard work of it. To be honest, in the first half was nowhere near the tempo of what we expect from the lads. But second half we had a go at them, and I think you see in the second half, I think we're camped in their half, but there was times that we're still getting caught, and it's trying to find that right balance. And it's great that we're coming with a clean sheet. Maybe it's a little bit of luck, but you need that at times. And we got the goal that counted in the end, and it wasn't as if we weren't trying to get there. It was coming, and a little bit of quality from Holmesy ends up winning the game with a tap in from Nipper.
Yeah, so you mentioned the clean sheet there, and hopefully, even no matter how it came, it gives the defence confidence to take that on in Telford this weekend. Yeah,
massively. I think it's been playing on everyone's mind, not just the players, the staff, the crowd, everyone. And yeah, I was sick of getting asked the same question every week. The clean sheet, what we're doing to work on the clean sheet. You never stop doing work, do you know what I mean? And now we've got the flaws, now we've got the weaknesses, and you can only do so much when you've got them on a Tuesday and a Thursday, and it's how do them take stuff in. And I think there's sometimes we find ourselves repeating ourselves quite a lot of times, so it is being frustrating, and probably more so I'm feeling it more than anyone. But in Daz, the pair we keep talking and trying to work things out, and it was nice for the big man tonight to get his first clean sheet, because he's been outstanding all season, and that's the first person I went to at the end, because he's kept us in many a game this year. And tonight, I'm not sure he had a shot to save, to be honest with you. That caused him problems. They hit the post twice, but nothing that really he had any problem with.
And he gave Buddle the captain's armband for today, and he seemed to take that leadership role a bit more than he usually does, and he just seemed to put in a performance tonight.
He did. We had a good discussion about it, because I always knew what I was going to do when Robbie to rest him tonight and bring him on and make an impact. And it was looking around who's going to be the captain, and Nipper wasn't fit, which would probably be obvious choice. But I just thought, yes, Buds has probably had some times where he's made mistakes and he gets his head down and it affects him a little bit. And I'm just thinking, well, maybe if I can give him a little bit of a boost. We had a chat as a management team, me, Daz and Hooksy, and we thought that kind of thing would give him a big boost. I didn't mention it to them, who them thought. Them didn't mention it, we just come out and everyone said the same thing. So I think it gave him a lift tonight. I think everyone could see that there's a little bit more from him tonight, and there's a little bit more concentration from him. He's winning his battles. There's still little bits, there's still little bits that annoy us, but I thought it was a good performance from Nathan tonight.
And the main thing is in the hat for the next round. Well, I say in the hat, the draw's already been made against Trinity away, which is, you look at the tables, it's a winnable game, but it's not as easy as it is on paper.
No, listen, the FA Cup throws up anything, and in a away game it's extremely tough. Similar position to what Nantwich are in the league, but we played games for twice last year, and they were a decent side. Don't get us wrong, away from home it was a really entertaining game, if you remember. And I think the home game was a little bit one-sided, but them have changed a lot. I think they've spent a little bit of money, had a little go to try and get back into this league, because that's where everyone wants to be in this league, or the one above. So it's going to be a tough game. If we're not at it, you'll not get the result, and we've got to make sure that we put a performance in, like that second half. We probably had an hour of it on Saturday, to be honest with you. First 20 minutes was abysmal on Saturday, but after that it was really good. So if we can put a performance in like that, we'll be okay.
And just looking forward to the next few games, obviously the FA Cup is a big standout point, and it brings the money in. But looking at the squad, it's slowly getting back. Obviously, you might have picked up a couple of knocks tonight that you might tell us about. But looking at the strength of the bench today is something that you didn't have, say, 3-4 weeks ago.
That's a big thing. Tonight was, over the weekend, was the only time that I thought, now I've got a few little selection headaches I can deal with, what I can make happen. And there's still a little bit of a problem at the back. We're still short of it. Like Aaron's just come back, he's not fully fit, so still a little bit short there. But looking in the midfield, I've just spoke to Louis Horner there and Connor, and them two can find themselves a little bit hard done by that they haven't played in the last two games. So it's nice to have that problem, but it's horrible having to speak with the players that are being left out. But I've said to them, it's all places are up for grabs now. There's no guaranteed space anymore. it's what I wanted. I wanted competition for every position. Adam Wrightson come in tonight, done smashing. Jamie Holmes out on the left, he's done smashing. Robbie come on, great reaction from Robbie. He could have went another way, but he's come on and he's led by example. He's come on, he's wanted to win the game, and that's what I asked for him. And then obviously you've got Nipper to come off the bench and he gets the goal, and Brad does all the hard work, works the centre half really well. And then I used to hate that myself as a player. You play for 70 minutes and then the other centre forward comes on and gets all the glory. But Bradley worked exceptionally hard tonight, but now it's given me a little bit of a selection problem, which it's great to have. I think, 11 games in? That's the first time I've had it, so it's nice, but you've got to keep the lads happy as well.